You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the Polygon. At Weather Call, we make the Polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 10th of June. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather very dry now for the northern half of the state. However, we have very strong storms in southeast Alabama. Let's go right to the radar. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for the southern part of Coffee County, for the storm that's south of Elba, just to the west of Enterprise. And that storm is capable of producing some strong winds and maybe some hail. That warning is in effect for the next 19 minutes until 3:15 Central Time this afternoon. So again, that's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for the southern part of Coffee County, basically from Elba Enterprise south until 3:15. And there's the bigger view. Thunderstorms coming through parts of Covington County, Pike, Barber. Thunderstorms about to come into Dale County. So again, that southeastern corner of the state, that's where most of the active weather is, and that's where the better chance of strong storms will be for the next couple of hours. But again, for the rest of the state, the weather pretty calm thanks to a trough developing over the eastern states. And anytime you can get a trough in the eastern U.S. in summer, you're living right, because that has a chance of pulling down dry continental air, and it's done that at least for the northern two-thirds of the state. There's the visible satellite view, and you can see just nothing but sunshine for North Alabama and dry air. But those big convective clouds are across southeast Alabama. Also note one heavy storm north of Mobile, below Jackson. But again, most of those active storms across the southeastern corner of the state. Now for North Alabama, temperatures are below average. We got mostly low 80s, Birmingham at 81. But if you go down south, it's hot. Look at the 90s. Mid-90s for Mobile and Dothan, but even there, numbers come down tomorrow, as you'll see that push of air coming in from the north. We do note right above me here that is a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Georgia and South Carolina. The counties in orange on that map, those are individual counties under severe thunderstorm warnings. Here's the view across the country. We note there is a flash flood watch for the southern tip of Florida, as a deep plume of tropical moisture will bring a lot of rain there, which they need. A severe thunderstorm watch for parts of the western high plains states. And again today, excessive heat warnings out around Phoenix up toward Las Vegas. So this is the severe weather outlook through tonight. We have a risk from West Texas up through the western high plains states. And for Alabama, we have a low-end marginal risk of severe storms in that zone from Mobile over to Andalusia, Enterprise, Dothan, and Eufaula. Areas in dark green on that map. Level 2 out of 5 over in parts of Georgia and South Carolina. Tomorrow, got several risks, most of them marginal. But not here. We're going to be in very dry air on day 3, which is Wednesday. Got a chance of severe storms over Minnesota and some of the adjacent states. And on day 4, which is Thursday, got a risk of severe storms from near Kansas City to Detroit. That would include Chicago. So here's the rain for the next 7 days, and you can see that strip of really heavy rain coming into South Florida, south of Interstate 4. Places like Tampa, Fort Myers, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West. And again, that's rain they could use. And for Alabama, there's a really big gradient here. And again, this is rain valid through Monday morning of next week. The numbers might be a little too high for, I'd say, places like Gulf Shores, Destin at this point. I think the heavier rains will likely be east of there, but certainly they'll have a chance of showers this weekend. But I don't think it'll be a washout. And again, if you're from Birmingham North, hardly any rain at all for the next 7 days. Tropical weather. All is quiet across the vast Atlantic basin. No tropical storm formation expected for the next 2 days. No tropical storm formation expected for the next 7 days. So let's go through modeling. Model fans. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 4. And again, there's a trough on the East Coast, ridging back in the southwestern states, and a really nice day. Many places will be in the 50s to start the day over North Alabama. Highs in the 80s, the humidity low, sunshine statewide. Same thing on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, we're going to be in the 50s in the cooler pockets. The day will be sunny, highs mid to upper 80s. And again, that's sunny statewide. Beautiful. Now, Thursday, we're still dry, but heat levels start to rise. A good chance we'll see low 90s. Friday, we are hot and dry. Friday looks like a sunny day with mid 90s. And then Saturday, again, we're dry. You know, the model's just not really suggesting much rain at all for the Florida Panhandle, South Alabama. A lot of folks are beach bound for this weekend. And again, for the moment, Saturday looks good, but it's going to be hot with temperatures in the upper 90s in many spots. Hottest weekend so far this year. Now, Sunday, the GFS wants to develop a weak tropical type low off the Louisiana coast. And if this verifies, rain chances would increase for the Gulf Coast on Sunday. Gulf Shores, Panama City, Destin, points in between. North Alabama dry, and then this is a week from today. This is Monday, June the 17th. Kind of got a big upper low coming into the northwest, an upper high that's a little east of Alabama. And if this happens to be correct, a weak tropical low would be on the southwest Louisiana coast, and we would be on the onshore flow side of that, and we would see a good plume of moisture increasing with a chance of rain statewide a week from today. But the European says, hey, not so fast. European shows absolutely nothing in Alabama a week from today. And remember, in this season, at this range, this model is typically much more reliable. So at this point, we're leaning toward a dry forecast for pretty much the whole state Sunday or Saturday and Sunday for the weekend, and probably on Monday. But understand this is subject to change. The deeper moisture plume to the west across Louisiana and parts of extreme eastern Texas. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday, June the 20th. Big old upper ridge over about the eastern half of the country, and this is suggesting hot, muggy summer weather with a chance of random, scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. Rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble. Not much between now and the 26th of June. The mean is just barely over 1/2 inch. And again, I said this many times on here, my two least favorite kinds of weather, heat waves and droughts, and of course they go hand in hand. And we hope that's not developing here, but again, it looks just kind of dry with increasing heat levels for the next couple of weeks. Speaking of heat levels, look at here. Now, understand, tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning, many places will be in the 50s. It's going to feel good. But here comes the heat. Now, this is for Birmingham. 96 on Friday, 98 on Saturday. Woo! But then highs drop back to near 90 for much of next week. And for you cool weather fans, that chart doesn't look good. That's the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for June 18th through June 24th. Temperatures here above average. So let's go back to the radar. We're watching some strong storms across southeast Alabama. And again, the heaviest storm is in southern Coffee. And quite frankly, that's weakened. I would suggest at this point that really doesn't look severe based on everything we're seeing here. Wind velocities don't look that bad. Reflectivity, not especially bold here, so I think they'll let that warning expire. Remember, to be severe, you've got to have what? 58 mile per hour winds or greater, or hail 1 inch in diameter or greater. Has nothing to do with weird-looking clouds, thunder, lightning, the amount of rain. It's large hail and damaging wind. And I just don't believe that particular storm has that going on. Let's go over to southwest Alabama real quick, and you can see just some routine showers and some thunder across Mobile, Baldwin, Washington, Escambia counties. Nothing even close to severe limits there. Note the little outflow boundary coming down toward Mobile out of the cluster of showers over the Delta. But one more time. There's the storms in southeast Alabama. And again, I fully expect that warning will expire for Coffee County at 3:15. But still, there could be a few additional pretty strong storms through southeast Alabama for the next several hours. All right, that's it today. And again, this is VBS Week at church, Mount Laurel, Double Oak Community Church. Biggest week of the year. It's the Super Bowl week. We had a great day today. Look forward to see hundreds of kids were there. We'll have big crowds on through Friday. So again, that's the situation this week. We do not have a book signing this Saturday because it's vacation week. I'll be gone next week. Let's take a little break. which is my typical routine if you've been around here a long time, VBS and then vacation. But no book signing this Saturday or the following Saturday. We'll pick it back up here in a couple of weeks. But don't forget Weather Brains tonight, our weekly show for weather dweebs, geeks, nerds, dorks, weenies. 7 o'clock Central, youtube.com/weatherbrains. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television right across the hall in Studio A. ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.